but how hard was it you not being a starter right away?
Oh, it was hard, but going into the situation, we already knew that, we weren't going to be the starters. I mean, you had, All-Americans, at every position and multiple All-Americans. So just going in, you pretty much, you knew your role, you understood, your position, but it doesn't mean that we weren't going to try. Sean was trying to be better than Ed Reed and, Jay Lou. I was trying to be better than Mike Rump and Phil Buchanan. And at certain times, I probably felt like I probably could have played better, Did I probably, was that reality? Probably not, but, that was just my mindset. And, going to the game, like I say, in practice, it was extremely physical. Our practice was pretty much way more intensified than our games. So, like I say, the games were already won for us throughout the week. We went out there and we practiced. We had practiced extremely tough. We had guys on scout team like Roscoe Perez that made it extremely difficult, for us. And sometimes, he would embarrass, the defenders. But as far as it being hard, weighing your role, I think like you said, I think we all formed an identity. And for the guys who didn't get red shirt, like Kellen Winslow, Frank Gore, Sean Taylor, and myself, we had a role, which was to go out there and dominate on special teams. And no matter what unit it was out there on special teams, you can go back and look at the stats. Sean and myself were down covering punts, on punt return, holding up guys as a hold-up. And, on kickoff, I think that speaks for itself. It was a knockout hit each and every time we went down there. It was like a battle who's going to get down there first. So as far as not starting, it wasn't as bad because we knew our role.
What about, you mentioned that competition, and everybody says practice was much harder than game day on Saturday. What do you remember from that competition? What do you remember from big hits in practice, guys getting into it, offense, defense? In practice, you're on the same team, but you're still almost trying to kill each other out there.
Oh, not almost trying to kill each other. We did try to kill each other. It's the craziest thing because now, like being NFL and I see how practices are run, it's crazy to me because we literally, we would crap back, we would try to knock helmets off, we would fight. It was so physical and it was so dominant, but that's all we knew. To us, it was just a normal day in the neighborhood, but other people would come out there and be like, what's going on here? You got to calm down, but the coaches let us control ourselves. We, like you say, we had leaders. We had, Najee Davenport. We had Clinton Porters. We had Jeremy Shockey. We had Ken Dorsey. We had those guys on the offense side of the ball. Then on the defense side of the ball, you had so many guys you can look at. And they knew that things would be under control, And even if they did get out of control, we found a way to put it back in control, whether it was on the field or off the field. So at the end of the day, we were family. No matter what took place out there on the field, no matter what took place in the locker room, at the end of the day, we were family. There was a problem outside the university. There was no one man standing by himself. And that was something that was extremely important to me. It was extremely special.
What about Sean Taylor during practices, Antrel? There are a lot of stories, that he even knocked Frank Gore out. But what stories do you remember from those practices with Sean?
Oh man, that dude, we just called him Loco Taylor, man. Like, I think his presence was felt more than anyone, just being as a youngster, man. I think he came in with a certain mentality that, hey, I'm just gonna be Sean the way I know how to be Sean, and he was a big guy, standing 6'2", 230, 235, running 4'4", 4'3". He was a freak of nature, but, just going out there, and I remember one practice in particular, Coach Shannon would always play mind games with us, man. We were so young, and, he would always just play mind games with us. Some guys he would scream and yell at. A guy like Kelly Jennings, all he had to do was look at Kelly Jennings, and Kelly Jennings was messed up for the entire practice. He dealt with every guy. He dealt with every individual so different, and I think that's what made him such a spectacular defensive coordinator. He knew his guys on and off the field, and I remember one time, he took Sean and put Sean on the second team, and Sean was supposed to be.
I'm good.
Okay. So let's then go ahead Antrel, and you were about to start a story on Sean, but I guess start it back out like I remember one time or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty much I remember one time in practice, Coach Shannon and Sean, you know, were getting into it about something, and he put Sean on second team. So Sean went down, he left, you know, the defense, he walked all the way down towards the end of the practice field and just went and sat by himself. And, you know, then it was time for the second team unit to go in and practice. While he was supposed to be in the deep post, playing cover 3, post safety, by the time the ball was hiked, he was at the line of scrimmage. And I couldn't remember exactly who got the worst end of that stick, whether it was McGahee or Jason Geathers. I believe it was Jason Geathers. And by the time the ball was hiked, Sean was in the backfield. Mind you now, he's supposed to be in the post safety. By the time the ball was hiked, he was in the backfield. And all you heard was, "Wah!" Helmet this way. Ear pads out, mouthpiece out. Coach Shannon already knew at that point in time, you know, what he had done. You know, he pissed them off. That's what he did. That's what's going to happen when he pissed them off. So he pulled him out of practice. He was done for the rest of the day. But then you just look down and you just look at Coach Shannon. He's just laughing like, this dude really is crazy. You know, I mean, that's just what we thought. Like, this dude really, he's crazy. He's crazy as hell. You know what I mean? But that was Sean. That was Sean T. I mean, hey, he's not very, very vocal. He's not vocal. You know, he carries a lot of his emotions aside. You know, it's very skin deep. But when he's going to bring it and you piss him off, you're going to see it. You're going to see it one way or another. And a lot of times it was always displayed on that football field.
One thing about the practice was the summer workouts. You know, your first summer having to do the summer workout. What did you think about that workout regimen?
It's not even about the summer. My first workout period, and it wasn't even the summer workout. You know, I'm in high school still, and I didn't run track, you know, my final year. So I'm like, you know, I'm just thinking, you know, high school guy, I gotta lift weights. I'm going to college, I gotta get bigger. I was already maybe 203, 204, and I bulked up to like 210. So I go out there and try to run with them one day, University of Miami, do little drills, sand pit, and I get halfway through the drills, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I said, oh Lord, but I'm gonna die here today. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And it was just my pride alone. Like, I couldn't quit. Like, I just couldn't quit. And I remember 2 things happened that day, which was an eye opener. We had big D lineman, white boy, number 91, go by the name of Matt. So what he say, Antrel, I'm gonna put the sled on him, I'm gonna put the sled on you, and I bet he outrun you. I look at him, I see this white boy, big dude, D lineman, say he gonna outrun me? Man, you crazy as hell. Not only did he outrun me, he beat me by like 15 yards with the sled. You know, not knowing that, you know, it's levels to this. You know, I mean, this is something, I'm thinking it's just all about speed, not knowing that the sled has so much to do with just the power, you know, the leg pull, the strength. I'm just thinking I'm just going to go out there and outrun him. Yeah, I can probably outrun him, but you're not going to outrun him with the sled. So, you know, that was an eye-opener at first. And then just going through all the drills, you know, the sandbags, the ladders, and everything else, the trainers come out, and very, 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 very rarely do we ever have a water break at UM. Very rarely. And the trainers came out because it was so hot outside, and they brought 2 water bottles. I mean, I'm just thinking they bring it 2, they're going to bring some more. But in all reality, at that point in time, I'm not thinking anything because I'm delirious. You know, I'm thinking, oh Lord, Mom, I'm gonna die. Like, I really thought I was gonna die. So I grabbed both of the water bottles. I grabbed both of the water bottles and I pour them on myself like this, just trying to give myself an extra 2 minutes to live. And oh my God, why did I do that? They came at me, and Rumberg cursed me the F out. You You fucking shit! Who the fuck are you? I'm about to kick your motherfucking. And the only thing I can just think about at that point is, shit, do what you gotta do. I got some water, bro. Like, just do what you gotta do. Like, I'm literally thinking I'm gonna die. So if you kick my ass, at least I'm gonna be alive. I thought I was gonna die. So I mean, like I said, you know, it's so many stories, man, that go on the green tree and just, you know, just being initiated, you know, as a young guy, man, and those summer workouts. Oh my God, the summer workouts.
What about the fact that you guys, and you mentioned it earlier, you guys policed each other. It wasn't that you had to get instructions from the coaches to work out or to do 7-on-7s or whatever. It was you guys telling each other, you better be here, and holding each other accountable.
That's, you know, I think that's the biggest thing. And, you know, people always wonder, you know, why University of Miami players are so successful on the next level. It's because, man, like doing that tenure there, I mean, to be honest with you, I've never ever seen anything like it in my life. I mean, I had no coach. You know, my coaches were my teammates. You know, I mean, all we had to do, the only thing we had to do was follow suit, because it was everything was already laid out. I mean, I was like, shit, like these are college players doing this, and I didn't know any other way. I'm thinking that all schools do it like this, but little did I know, nah, that was just a youth thing. You know what I mean? Everything was ran to a T. Those guys are so focused and they were so dedicated and they wanted to win. And like I said before, there was no one man left out. Everyone was together. You know, you're gonna live together, you're gonna die together, you're gonna cry together. I mean, you're gonna blood, sweat, tears. Everything was together, and I think that's something, man, that, you know, that's a feeling that I've never ever gotten again in my life, because, you know, even at the NFL level, there's certain things that have taken place at University of Miami, you know, just as far as having that feeling that I know I'm never ever gonna feel again. And, you know, just like I say, the camaraderie, you know, the brotherhood that was there. You know, it's something that if you're not from the U, you really wouldn't understand it. And that's just something that, like I say, it goes heartfelt.
One other part are the 110s. What do you remember about the 110s?
No. I mean, to be honest with you, those 110s, man, I mean, I think that was the worst thing for me ever invented. You know, I mean, we ran the hills, we ran sled pulls, we ran sand pit, but for me, the 110s were just the worst thing ever. I just felt like it was never ever gonna end. You know, and man, there's so many stories with the 110s. I mean, you remember Strong Face never made 110s. He was never gonna make it. Like, he was never, his back, he had too many muscles. He was never gonna make it. His back was just gonna lock up every single time. And I remember another time, oh my God, Kevin Beard. I gotta put him out there. Kevin Beard. We were running 110, and Swayze had us to the point we weren't scared of him, but it was a mixture between a certain level of respect and not letting him down. You know, it was a combination of both, but whatever reason it was, you know, we weren't gonna let him down. You know, she was our heart and soul. I mean, he was the rock. He is the rock behind the University of Miami program, hands down, because I think he had a relationship with players that no one else could ever have. And I remember running 110s, you know, early one morning, and Kevin Beard had to use the bathroom, but Swayze didn't care. So in between running 110s, Kevin Beard, you got 30 seconds to rest. So between those 30 seconds, Kevin Beard was pulling off to the side, dropping the tights, dropping bombs, pulling them up, getting back to the line, all within 30 seconds. He did it like 4 times. Yeah, he did it like 4 times, man, in order to, you know, just to find and finish dropping the bombs or whatever. But I mean, it's just, you know, you go to any other place, coach gonna probably be like, man, just go use the bathroom and come right back. You're gonna run them on your own. Not Swayze. We started as a team, we're gonna finish as a team. you're not getting a break. So however you're going to make this work, you need to make it work. But you're going to run these 110s, and your ass going to be at the line when I call 5 seconds to go. So, hey, you always got to find a way, man. You got to find a way to make it happen.
Clinton Portis said that once he saw Vernon Carey actually finish the 110s, he knew they were going to win, or we're going to win the national championship in 2001. I mean, how important was that workout? You said it built the camaraderie. You guys had each other's backs. Was that maybe the one workout that sort of pushed you?
I think it was every workout. I think it was every workout because during the summertime, there were no easy days, at all. There were no easy days whatsoever. And the only way, and I know this firsthand, I don't know how other guys feel, but I know the only way that I will make those workouts is especially, at the